You worked hard for decades. You saved everything you could. You planned as much as possible. And now you're told you need a perfect retirement budget. But what if I told you it doesn't need to be perfect? What if it just needs to feel steady? Today I'm going to show you what a simple, realistic retirement budget actually looks like. It's not extreme. It's not restrictive. Shoot, it's not stressful. It's just clear. It's calm. It's manageable. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what yours could look like. First, let's reset the word budget. You know, Merriam-Webster says a budget is usually a detailed plan for managing money, especially for a set period of time. It's the amount of money available for spending. It's a statement of estimated revenues and expenditures for a specific period. What? You know, the word budget, it just feels heavy. It sounds like cut everything out, stop enjoying your life, track every damn penny you got. Folks, it says guilt. That's not what we're doing in retirement. You know, a budget isn't about control. It's about security, and security creates confidence. So if you've ever thought, I don't want to live on a strict budget, that's good. You don't need to. And here's something most retirees, they never hear. A retirement budget, it isn't a punishment. It's a transition. It translates your income into a lifestyle you can actually enjoy without second guessing every decision you make. It's not about saying no. It's about knowing when you can say yes without worry. You know, a simple retirement budget, it has 3 buckets, not 27 categories, not 14 spreadsheets, just 3. And I know I covered these in one of my last videos, but let's hit it again. Bucket number 1, those are your essentials. These are your non-negotiable items, folks. These are housing, taxes, HOA fees, rent, your utilities, insurance, your groceries. This is basic transportation, Medicare and healthcare premiums. This is your sleep at night number. If your income covers this comfortably, folks, that's stability. That's winning. Pause for a second and ask yourself, if nothing else changed, could my income cover just my essentials? The answer is yes. Folks, you're good. That's your foundation. And here's the part people forget. Essentials don't have to be perfect to be stable. They just need to be predictable. You know, predictability is what calms the nervous system. It's what lets you wake up without that little knot in your stomach every morning. Bucket number 2, this is your lifestyle bucket. This is where people get nervous, but this is retirement, folks. This is dining out. This is hobbies, playing golf, traveling, streaming services. Yeah, I know. Let's cut those out. These are your grandkids. This category, folks, is not irresponsible. It's really intentional. You worked 40 plus years to fund this. The key isn't eliminating it. It's giving it its own lane to drive in. And here's something powerful. Lifestyle spending is where joy lives. It's where memories come from. It's where your days get color and texture. You know, the goal isn't to shrink this category. It's to right size it so you can enjoy it without guilt. Bucket number 3, these are irregular expenses. This is where most budgets start to fail. Not because people are bad with money, but because life isn't monthly. Think car repairs, home maintenance, gifts, annual subscriptions, property taxes. Property taxes if you pay them in a lump sum. You don't pay for these things every month. Instead of being surprised by these, we plan for them calmly. Divide the annual estimates by 12. Set it aside monthly. Folks, you're done. There's no drama. Just remember, you can't dip into bucket 3 just because you want to. Put that shiny doodad back. It's not worth destroying your budget over. Here's the deeper truth, though. Most retirees, they don't overspend on restaurants or hobbies. They get hit by the stuff they forgot was coming. This bucket removes the gotcha moments. Now, let's add a 4th bucket. I know I said 3, but this is important. Bucket number 4, this is your buffer bucket. or your emergency fund, however you want to look at it. This is your emotional category, a little extra cushion. Because when retirees feel uneasy, it's rarely about math, it's about margin. Even a few $100s of flexible space makes a huge psychological difference. Most retirees, they shoot for like 3 to 6 months income in this budget bucket. Just start funding this account as soon as you can. And here's why. Your brain relaxes when it knows there's room for life to happen. Not emergencies, just life. A spontaneous lunch, a small trip, a grandkid's birthday, a moment you want to say yes to. That's what the buffer is for. Let me ask you something. Which of these 4 categories makes you most nervous? Is it essentials, lifestyle, irregular expenses? How about buffer? Or is it just not knowing? Folks, drop it in the comments, because here's what I've learned. Different personalities struggle with different parts. And none of it means you're failing. This is why it feels better. This approach works because it doesn't try to micromanage your life. It zooms out just enough. You know, when retirees feel stressed, it's usually because they're trying to predict 25 years perfectly. You don't need to do that. You need to know my essentials are covered, my lifestyle spending is intentional, my surprises aren't surprises, and I've got breathing room. That's it. That's financial steadiness. And here's something most people never hear. A good retirement budget isn't about precision. It's about confidence. Confidence comes from clarity, not perfection. If you feel behind and you're watching this thinking, I wish I had more, folks, comparison is loud in retirement. Some people have pensions, some don't. Some have huge portfolios, some don't. You know, a good retirement budget, it's not about the size, it's about the alignment. Are you spending and your income in conversation with each other? In other words, does your spending reflect what your income can comfortably support? If yes, folks, you're doing better than you think. And here's the part nobody says out loud. Most retirees aren't struggling because they did something wrong. They're struggling because retirement's a massive transition, financially, emotionally, socially. Folks, you're not behind. You're adjusting. You know, retirement budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about permission with guardrails. Permission to enjoy. Permission to rest. Permission to spend wisely, of course. If this helped you feel a little more steady, hit the like button so more retirees can see this. And if you want, I can walk you through a simple worksheet version of this in the next video. Because budgeting shouldn't feel like punishment, folks. It should feel like peace. And if this helped you feel a little more steady, hit the like button so more retirees can see it. And if you'd like to support the channel, the link's in the description. Folks, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for spending some of your time with me today. Stay steady, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.